Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bored at the Right Time. Today we're going to discuss the night the garden shook. That's right, we're going to discuss Thanksgiving 1974, the night that Elton John invited John Lennon as a surprise guest onto the stage for his Thanksgiving show. The story goes like this, that John Lennon hadn't had a number one hit since the Beatles had broken up. I think he was the only Beatle to not get that title. And so anyway, he recorded the song Whatever Gets You Through the Night with Elton John. And the deal was that if it went to number one, John Lennon would come up on stage and sing it with him at Madison Square Garden. So long story short, the song did reach number one, and John Lennon did not renege. He did follow through with his promise of playing a few songs during Elton John's Thanksgiving show in 1974. And so anyway, this record is the record that was released from the show. Of course, it's all out of order. And anyone that has the Here and Now CD from Elton John can get the full Madison Square Garden show. But so anyway, Elton John says something to the effect of, seeing it's Thanksgiving and all, he was introducing John Lennon. He said, I'd like to introduce a man who's no stranger to you all, Mr. John Lennon. And the place went absolutely apeshit, batshit crazy. I'm pretty sure the garden actually shook that night, and you can hear it on the recording. And so anyway, John Lennon comes out, he's tuning up, and you actually hear him play a couple bars of I Feel Fine. You kind of hear him do that. Probably, he's trying to remember the words, the chords, and he's just trying to, it's like a muscle memory at this point. John Lennon says something like, I want to thank Elton and the boys for having me on. And they launch into Whatever Gets You Through the Night. And this night is also special because it has the Muscle Shoals horns. And you can see that on the record. So this, is a gem. This really is a great sounding recording. You can either get this German, I think this is German. Yes. Im Vertrieb der Monotron Musik GmbH, made in West Germany, probably before the wall came down. And so this is a German import. And I think it was released as a 7-inch in the US. I think I have that. I do have that, but I think it was a 7-inch. And this is a Super Sound single 45 UPM. U per minute. I'm not sure what the U stands for. If you know, put it in the comments. And, unfortunately, this was obviously released after 1980 because they put John Lennon's last public appearance. There's a little bit written on the back. So 28th November 1974 was Thanksgiving Day, as well as the date that an Elton John concert at New York's Madison Square Garden turned into a very special event. Towards the end of the evening, Elton was joined on stage by a close friend and fellow musician, John Lennon. Together, they perform 3 numbers: Whatever Gets You Through the Night, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and I Saw Her Standing There. Lennon's performance of the latter number surprised many, as he had never been known to sing a McCartney song before. This was the last concert appearance by John Lennon. And it has a really nice picture of the two. It's very hard to find any kind of footage or photos from this night. So anyway, this is copyrighted by This Record Co. Limited. How original. They did Whatever Gets You Through the Night. Then I believe they did Elton's current single at the time, which was Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And Elton is a little hoarse during the show, but he still has all of his high register. It's the 70s. He's glorious. He sounds great. I would get this and listen to this any way you can. And then they close with I Saw Her Standing There. And I believe John Lennon says something to the effect like, we're trying to think of a number to do so I can go off stage and be sick. And so I think he says something like, we're going to do a song written by an old estranged fiance of mine called Paul. Something to that effect. But he's kind of, saying that they're doing a Paul song. And, they just about know it. And they launch into I Saw Her Standing There with a horn section. It's just a nice moment in time captured on tape. And the record album that was released, it's called Here and Now. One side is from a show in 1974 in London, I think. And the other side is this show. But they only pick, I think, like 5 songs maybe even less, because the first song is Funeral for a Friend, which is like 8-10 minutes long, something like that. They don't even pick the best songs from that night. So if you listen to the full concert, if you get the CD, the remastered CD, because unfortunately the album sounds like absolute shit. It sounds like it was an audience recording, even though it wasn't. I purchased said record and promptly sold it because it just sounded like utter nonsense. But his producer, who produced most of his stuff in the 70s, I'm probably going to butcher his name, but Gus Dudgeon, 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 I'll say Dudgeon. He went back in 1995 and kind of looked at the tapes and kind of remixed it, remastered it, and it sounds a heck of a lot better. It actually sounds better than this, but so definitely get the CD. And so anyway, that is the night the garden shook. Thanks for watching, and if you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comments below, or questions or concerns, you can leave those as well. Thanks for watching, and make sure you listen to Elton John, the Elton John Band, and John Lennon.